Hey team, this week we're going to take a look at law number 9 from John Maxwell's book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, which is the law of the ladder. So this past week, I had the good fortune to speak at the Tennessee Rural Communications Cooperative Association Educational Summit at the Hilton Sandestin Golf and Beach Resort in Miramar Beach, Florida. And I was invited to speak there by a gentleman named Chris Townsend, who is the CEO of DTS Communications in the Nashville area. Really impressed with him as an individual and as a leader. So I thought I would include him in this article and in this video today. So after I got done speaking, I was having a conversation with Chris, and he said, we're not in the telecommunications business, Bill. We're in the people business. And there really is a big difference between those things. You know, many companies will sell their product and they're solely focused on profits, whereas a very highly evolved leader, somebody that is a leadership, servant-driven leader, will first focus on how do I serve the needs of my people in the community, and how do I use our products and services to serve those people, and there is a big difference. So this got me thinking about John Maxwell's teaching on the law of the ladder, in which he emphasizes that people matter and that character counts. So what you think and what you do, right, when no one's looking, that's what really reveals your true character. And leaders who believe that people matter, believe and follow the golden rule, which says that you do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Now think about that. How many companies do you know that you deal with on a daily basis that truly live up to that standard every single day? I could probably count them on one hand. Most companies are so focused on their product that their customer service is extremely poor. They're not accommodating. They're not really thinking about what's great for you. They're just thinking about how to put you through the mill, right? So you have to ask yourself, okay, if that's true of so many companies out there, how about my own company? How much time do I invest in training my own team that people matter, that people are first, that character counts, right? And the question is, are you investing in your own people to ensure that every single member of your team is of good character and walks with integrity and truly believes that people matter? So when I was at the Hilton Sandestin for the event, I was really impressed with the location, with the facility, with the resort itself. But I was also very impressed with their service, with their people. So I could tell that they had spent a lot of time working with their people to make sure that all of their guests had an amazing stay. In fact, they actually had a door hanger style marketing piece that was on the bed when I walked in. And it pointed out that 70% of the guests that they surveyed said that they would actually return for another stay at the resort. And I thought to myself at the end of our visit that, yeah, I actually would. I would actually love to come back and stay at that resort again. So here's just a great example. When we first got to the hotel, the first thing that I always like to do is unpack. And then I want to make sure that I iron my clothes so that I'm prepared for the next day and everything is all set to go. So in most hotels, if you open up the closet, there's a ironing board and an iron in there hanging, but they didn't have that in the resort. And I actually thought that was great because it was just, the room itself was just beautiful. It was very classy. And we had a great beach view and also a pool view, and everything was top notch. So I called down to the front desk and I said, hey, I'd like to iron my clothes and I'm looking for an iron and an ironing board and I can't seem to locate it in the room. They said, oh, no problem, sir. We'll have it right up to you, right? And the tone of the person on the phone was very accommodating. It wasn't like it was like I was putting them out or asking them to do something that they weren't used to doing. They were, yes, we'll go ahead and take care of that for you. That then reminded me of a book that I read by Dan Kennedy, and the book was called The No BS Guide to Marketing to the Affluent, where Dan actually remarked that over all of the years, out of all the hotels and resorts, 4- and 5-star resorts that he stayed at over the years, very few were happy to accommodate his request that would make his stay more enjoyable. In fact, he said there were actually only 2 hotels where he recalls, or resorts where he recalls, that no matter what he asked for, the answer was always, yes, we'll take care of that for you. And he did mention that those just happen to be Disney-owned properties. Apparently, he was a big Disney fan. So here's the thing: John Maxwell says that leadership rises and falls from the top. So as a leader, it is up to you to make sure that your team is people focused. It is up to you to make sure that you are developing character in there, and putting people first really truly is part of one's personal growth journey, right? You have to get to that point where that's how you see other people. When you see other people and you're running a business, you're thinking, how can I serve these people at the highest level? And then how can I use my product or service in order to fulfill that? So as a leader, remember this: what you focus on grows. So if you want to make an improvement in those areas, where attention goes, energy flows, and results always show.